Okay, sir. Three, two, one, start.
Can we start?
Yes, sir. Start.
A very good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all the distinguished participants, respected jury members, viewers, and technology enthusiasts joining us today for this ICI AI Hackathon Season 5, Episode 4. At the outset, I would convey my sincere regards to the Honorable President, CA Prasanna Kumar D, Honorable Vice President, Sir, CA Mangesh Kinare, Chairman AI Committee, CA Charanjot Singh Nanda, who is also the immediate past President ICI, and Vice Chairman AI Committee, CA Umesh Sharma ji, for the original leadership in driving the AI transformation within the profession. Friends, today AI is not merely changing technology, it is redefining the future of economies, businesses, governance systems, and professions globally. Across the world, organizations are moving from traditional processes to intelligent systems, from manual reporting to predictive insights, and from static operations to AI driven decision making. And in this transformation, CAs are uniquely positioned to emerge as trusted technology enabled strategic professionals. That is why initiatives like the ICI AI Hackathon are extremely important. The hackathon is just not a competition platform, it is an innovation movement for the profession. It provides an opportunity for participants to think beyond conventional boundaries and build practical AI solutions capable of transforming the profession. What is truly inspiring that is we are witnessing CAs not only discussing AI, but actively building with AI. The world will increasingly value professionals who can combine domain expertise with technology, ethics with innovation, and intelligence with execution. And through initiatives like AI certificate courses level 1, level 2, AI refresher sessions, CAGPT, ICI AI agent, publications, innovation challenges, and the AI hackathon series, ICI is creating one of the most comprehensive AI capacity building ecosystem for the profession globally. Through these initiatives, we're also organizing various AI summits, and the third edition of the ICI AI Innovation Summit, AIS 2026, which was earlier held in Hyderabad in 2024 and in Pune in 2025, is now scheduled on the 26th and 27th of June at Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi. AIS 2026 will bring global thought leaders, innovators, regulators, policymakers, global and international and national speakers, startups, and professionals to discuss the next era of AI transformation for the profession. The grand finale of this season 5 of the ICAI Hackathon will also be hosted during the summits. So I would request everyone to make use of the discounting prices which is going on currently and register now. Very few seats are left. I would like to play a video for all of you. Thank you so much, everyone, for a patient listening. Moving on. Friends, innovation begins with curiosity, transformation begins with experimentation, and leadership begins when professionals decide to embrace change instead of resisting it. I congratulate all the participants for stepping forward with courage, creativity, and commitment. Now, before we move on, I would like to introduce our jury for today. That is CA Rahul Gabawala ji, who is also the jury number one, who is our esteemed faculty for our AICA level 1 batches and who was the AI Hackathon season 3 winner. And we have CA Shailesh Vadavania ji, who is also an esteemed faculty for AICA, and he was the ICAI AI Hackathon season 4 semi-finalist. Now, let me tell the rules before we start for all the audiences in a nutshell. We have an array of 10 panelists today. They will be getting 10 minutes for their presentations, 10 minutes of their use case presentations, and they will be judged by the jury as well as you audience. The jury will give them marks based upon the presentation, and if they want to ask any Q&A, they may ask after the session. Now I come to the audience voting. Audience, the polling lines are now open, and the audience may vote for the panelist on a scale of 1 to 5. That is, 1 is the highest, and 5 is the 1 is the lowest, and 5 is the highest. I'm sorry, I'll say once again, 1 is the lowest, and 5 is the highest. 1 is the lowest, 5 is the highest, and you have to vote for all the panelists to register your vote. Otherwise, your vote will not be recorded and not be submitted. So you have to vote for all the 10 panelists to register your vote. The voting lines are now open, and we will again keep the lines open for 5 minutes after the last presenter speaks. So we'll keep the lines open after the last presenter speaks for 5 minutes so that those persons who have not voted they may vote, since they must have now seen all the presentations by that time. Minimum of top 3 from the jury and the audience will go to the next round, that is the semi-finals on the 12th and 19th. So semi-finals for this round also will happen on the 12th of June. From there, from the 2 semi-finals, the panelists who come on the top will come to the grand finale at the ICAI AI Hackathon, grand finale at the ICAI AI Innovation Summit 2026 at Bharat Mandapam. I hope the rules are clear for all of you. I will once again say the audience have to vote for in a scale of 1 to 5. 1 is the lowest and 5 is the highest. So moving on, now I'll hand over to the jury to come forward and have us. We'll take the session forward with the first speaker for today, that is CA Kamal Agarwal ji. Kamal ji, over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very helpful to the. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Thank you for the confirmation. I have sent a request for the sharing of my screen.
Kamal ji, you may now share.
Is my screen is visible?
Yes, sir, now we can see it.
Okay, thank you for the confirmation. Good afternoon, jury members, and good afternoon, the co-panelists. I am very thankful to the ICAI who has provided, which has provided us the opportunity, like as a chartered accountant, to provide a platform where we can show our the tech efficiency to the world, to the ICAI. Okay, my problem statement is in our daily offices, we have come across the problem. We are facing the problem of the monitoring of the activities of the employees, on which application they are working. for what type of application they have used, how much time they have consumed on the specific application, which web browser they have used, which URL they have used. For this problem, I have come up with the work solution, that is Work Pulse, the tool which I have developed, which is totally based on the Python. This is my tool which I have developed through the Python. The name is Work Pulse. In the Work Pulse, it monitors all the activities of the employee throughout the day and on the system, and send the real-time data to the server, that is to the employer. It is my dashboard in which you can see the in which we can see that the employee, we can select here for which employee we want to see the data. If we select all the employees, we can see the overview of all the employees for the data. If we select the specific employee, we can see the specific data to the relevant employee. We have also option of the for the date for the filtering of the today, this week, or the this month. If let's say I select the specific my employee Ria, who is working in my organization, uh, and for the today we will see what are the activities he has done in in our organization. If I refresh here on the dashboard, there is one tab. There is one tab, overview. In the overview tab, we can see that there are a total 4 employees. Out of four employees, only 2 employees are active right now. Okay. The productivity of the overall productivity is 19%. 0% is unproductive for the employees Ria, and he is neutral in his working 80% of the total day. Till now, he is 80% working is a neutral. Okay, and here we can say that in the top. And the overview, here another option of top application which C has used in the during the day. Second option is URL report. In the URL report, we can see that here we have option of the C pie chart and the bar chart. In the pie chart, we can see that for how many time he has used which URL. Like 190 to 160, it is my Compy office URL. She has used for 60% of the total time he has consumed on the Compy web. Out of 21%, he has used on the Gmail, and likewise he has used another applications. Here I have all here we can see that the during the days he has visited the Facebook, Notary.com, and Instagram. It is provides the real-time data to me. We can say that today is the 8th May. On the 8th May, she has used Facebook, Naukri.com, and Instagram as well in our organization. So we can control their activities from this application. The second one is also I forgot to mention total after here is showing the how much time he has used on the specific application. So another option is application. On application, we can see that what applications she has used in our organization. She has worked on Chrome web browser, Tele software, Ultraviewer she has used, Compy Office she has used, Foxit Reader she has used. Okay. Microsoft Office he has used, Presentation he has used, OneDrive he has used. And likewise, we can also see here that how much till now, total out of total time, 2 hours he has spent on the Chrome, 1 hour in on the Tally software. Okay, here we also have the presentation in the graphical manner. Another tab is timeline. In the timeline, it is showing it shows us the for the last 1 week, and last 1 week she has it is a heat map. It is a heat map. It's showing that on the Sunday there is no heat map is showing. That means she has not working and it is obvious if on the Sunday is showing that someone is working, then it creates a doubt in our mind. Then how the on the holiday particular particular employee has worked, and then likewise Monday to Saturday we can see that during which hours she has more effective and during which hours she is less effective. In activity tab, we can see that out of the total hours, she is for 50% of the time she is active and the 50% time she is inactive. Okay, if we want to see the total, it's showing the per minute data we have here. Here we have the per minute data. Out of 1 minute, in during the 1 minute, she has 41 key stocks. Uh, 41 Cree stocks. She has clicked with the mouse, 27 clicks she has entered, and the 2,400 times she has moved her mouse. Likewise, we can see here during the whole data for the whole day. In the yes, here the KPIs is given total hours. She was 3.7 half hours is inactive, for 3.7 hours he is active. During the total day he has key stocks of approx 10,000 approx key stocks. Approx 1,400 mouse clicks he has entered during the whole day. In the bandwidth, we can see here that total GBs consumed, total data used for the organization. During the year for the Chrome, she has used total 2.6 GBs of data of the organization, out of which 1.3 GB for the download and the rest of it is the upload. Tally for C has used 8 approx 900 MB she has used. It gives a data if there is any unusual download or upload data we can see. So it triggers our mind that why she has used that application in our organization. Likewise, AnyDesk, there is only 38 KBs has used. Like if on AnyDesk she has used 1 GB or 2 GBs of the data, it triggers our mind that why she has used AnyDesk in our organization. What the condition for which work she has used AnyDesk. Okay. Likewise, we have seen in the previous step, we can see here the graphical presentation of the application, number of percentage of the application which C has used. For alert and anomalies, in the alert on anomalies, it shows us the alert for the organization whenever the C has break the rules of the organization, like C has visited the non-permitted websites in our organization. So the data is comes here as a block site. C has used today Instagram, Facebook in our organization. It shows that at what time she has used in organization, like social media as well, when she has used in our organization. It shows as the block site apparently come here, and which triggers our mind why she has used this data in our organization. Okay, and anomalies. If some pattern is break, like for 10 minutes or more in organization, her system remain unattended, then it's come to our mind and why she has not used an for 10 minutes last such minute in organization or computer. Okay, we have also option to download all the reports in Excel text and the PDF. I show you the Excel format data here. The same data we can download in Excel for our analysis purpose. It is recently downloaded 15. Here we can see that the application which she has used in the Excel, she is very productive. In CompuOffice, her nature is neutral. In Word file, she is productive. She is productive in her work. In Chrome, she is neutral in her work. in total spend, it is showing the employer ID. So we can identify which employee has worked for which application for which. Second is URL activities. The same I have shown in the tab app tool. It is visible here for the analysis purpose. In
Kamalji,
activity,
a minute left. Thank you.
sure, sir. And last thing I want to show that it tool shares us the real-time screenshot from the employee's computer to the employer computer. Here we can see that it is a recent for 1524, just 3 minutes back, it has said send me the screenshot from the employee's computers to the employer computer. Here we can see that and the 1519 she has used Tally. In 1515 she has used Tally. 1512 she has used Tally. Likewise, I have show you. I also showed the screenshot of the Instagram which she has used. Here we can see that the URL Facebook, Instagram, and the Naukri.com she has used. It act as a proof to the employer. That is from my side. I'm welcome to questions from the jury.
Great, sir. Great, sir. It was a really nice presentations. So there are two or three that I want to ask. First is, what was the prompt or maybe iteration that you have used, or what technologies that you said that you have used Python?
Yes,
But can
sir.
you show me that what kind of a dependencies that you have used? And
Yes, sir.
second thing,
I guess.
yes, yes. And second thing, second question is about that you can see your employees screenshot in your computer. Am I right?
Yes, sir. I can see the screenshot in my computer.
Yeah. So how do you manage the privacy issue? Because something which is a very personal things, you also can see it. So
Yes,
how do
sir.
you manage that?
Yes, sir. In the privacy term, when we deploy an employee in our organization, we 100% use our own system. There is no usage of the employee's personal system in our organization.
Okay.
Okay, and at the time of deployment of the employee, we are clear with the terms. We are clear with the terms that we monitor your activities during the whole day. They are not. It is not blind that they unaware about the tracking of their activities. Okay, this is the answer for the second question, and the first question I will reply answer now. I have used Python, 100% Python, and the dependencies which I have used is the Flask,
Okay.
Flask for the web application, which is a web-based compatible application of the dependency of the Python. Other dependencies I have used uh, SQL Chemi for the database abstraction, which extract the
Okay.
database from the organization. And for the database, we have used SQLite database, which
Okay.
which stores all the data of the employees. I forgot to mention that if my system is a server, if it is inactive during the office hours, but my employees working on their system, uh, once I start my server system, all the data from the employ employees system to my system are triggered once I start my application. And if I if the during the whole day, if I'm not using my application, the data will remain stored in the respective PCs. Once I start my system, all the data transfer from from their system to my system, and it is 100% it shows the real time data. I have shown you the screenshot. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and it is 100% based in my it is 100% complies with DPDP Act because it is locally hosted in my system. There is no web data is no web hosted data of the application. And the other dependencies I have used, pandas for the Excel, report lab for the PDF, and then like SQLite for the database, openly for the Excel writing, OpenPy Excel for the Excel writing.
Okay. And how did you made this application? Which platform did
Well,
you use?
sir, I have used the Claude LLM for the prompting and the data generation.
Okay. Great, great. So I'll now like to hand over to Rahul, sir.
Thank you,
Hello,
sir.
Kamal ji.
Hello, sir.
Few questions I have. When a user starts his computer, how this software is going to run on it? It is
Sir,
running.
yeah, it all automatically runs because I have set up this application as a startup. On the startup of the computer, it's all automatically triggered. Likewise, starting app.
And when it is running constantly in the back of your system, how much resources is it taking?
I'm not getting question, sir.
How much RAM, how much CPU it is taking? Because
Sir, it is
when you
taking too much because I am using this application since last 1.5 months. From the 15th of March, I am using this application. Till today, I have not faced any of the employees. What I say,
so for this,
recommend because my system is getting
uh,
slowed.
the screenshots that you're taking, how much space it is taking for one day for a one employee? How
Yes, sir,
much
I'm
space it is taking?
showing for I can show you that for the today. Okay, I show you for the whole since uh first screenshot which I have taken on 24th of the March. Okay, and till today it has just occupied the RAM of only 162 MBs.
For one employee,
No, for total whole employees.
all employees.
All employees for total for all total employees.
That's it from my side.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you, Kamalji.
Thank you, sir.
Moving on, the next contestant here, Ritesh Gupta ji.
Hello, everyone.
Kamalji, you may stop sharing.
I hope you're able to see my screen.
Yes, and your time starts now.
Yeah, sure. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I don't want to talk about AI replacing the chartered accountants. I want to talk about how AI can finally enable chartered accountants to become what clients increasingly expect us to be. Because today, even highly skilled financial professionals spend significant portion of their time collecting the data, building repetitive models, restructuring assumptions, and updating the reports. The issue is not about the capability, but the professional time consumed by operational financial work rather than strategic interpretations. You would all relate to this challenge. Even today, financial modeling remains highly manual. Advisory scalability is limited. Every client update requires substantial rework. Team spends hours restructuring the spreadsheets, and insights often arrive later than the business decisions require. At the same time, founders, business increasingly expect faster insights, scenario analysis, looking forward guidance, and real-time strategy clarity. This creates a major gap between what clients need and how advisory workflows currently operate. This is the problem we wanted to solve. We started building an AI-powered financial intelligence platform focused specifically on the needs of the founders and finance professionals. Our belief is that AI should not replace the professional judgment. AI should enhance the professional capability. So instead of spending the next few minutes discussing the concept theoretically, I would like to demonstrate how this works practically, and let me take you directly to the application. So this is the application which we have built specifically for financial modeling and AI CFO intelligence. So this is the homepage of our application, which generally gives you a brief data and information and insights about the projections which we have added in the system. The main place where all the inputs would be added by the user would be this page. So all the other modules are actually dependent on this module drivers because this is the complete basis on which all the reports would be derived. So to start with, for the inputs, we have given two options. One is building the financial model from scratch, and second from the historical data. So scratch is generally for the pre-revenue stage companies, and like they want to build the assumptions like from a fresh. And historical data is for the companies who has existing businesses and would like to use the last year actuals and then forecast it forward. So the basic detail starts with adding the company name, industry to which it belongs, a brief description about the company, the region it operates, the currency, the financial year, and the team structure, what is the current headcount and the forecast end headcount. All this data is quite relevant for us going forward, because whenever any kind of AI analysis is done, the system would be considering all this information as a basis of it. So once the context is given, the next page would be adding the revenue streams of your company. So I have pre-filled some data just to save some time. So the first option, so the options are like you can add multiple revenue streams which are applicable to your business. So you have two methods of input. One is the input into price method, which is generally used for SaaS products, and there is a direct revenue where you can directly punch the revenue amounts. Further, if you want to defer the product revenues, because there could be that the specific product would be launched from a future date, you have that flexibility to select a future date. Further, we have given override functions to, like in case the annual growth rate is not constant, you can use this override growth rates to specify what would be the growth rate for each year. If you want to enter the absolute values, if you already have it prepared, you can add those values. So this could be done for each product separately. The next one, so once the revenue is being fed, the next would be the COGS. So here you would be adding all the cost of goods sold. So there are two methods where how you can input the data. So first of all, you can manually add all the information, what according to you should be the cost of goods sold for you. You can select it based on a fixed value method or maybe as a percentage of revenue. But for a person who does not have very deep knowledge about the business, you can use this option called AI Suggest. So what will happen is the system will automatically analyze the industry and the product which you are making, and also the region to which it belongs. And accordingly, it will automatically suggest what all costs are applicable to you and what is the general industry benchmark for those costs. Okay. So till the time this loads, there is also one option called Adjust with AI, which is an LLM module where if you want to change any numbers here, you can just directly write it in a human language, and accordingly the system will interpret it and automatically convert it to the information. So now you can see the AI has automatically suggested what all cost would be relevant to your business based on the revenue stream and industry. You have a complete flexibility to make changes to those numbers. Further, the override function is also available here to override any kind of person, because there could be like over a period when the business scales, the percentage of revenue might decrease for that specific cost. So you have that flexibility. You can further defer the cost if you feel so. Further, the system will also explain you why they have taken this cost. So this is the basis on which they have taken this cost. So it's like the person who uses, he will know why that cost has been specifically considered by the system. Further, you have flexibility to add additional COGS item, which you feel is not being covered here. You have that flexibility to add. So once the COGS information is being added, the next page is the OPEX. So I've already downloaded this AI Suggest so that it does not take much time to download. So the first would be setting the salaries for each of the employee classes. So in the first page, you would have seen like it asked you for the headcount for C-suite, seniors and juniors. So we have given what is the average salaries for each of those class of employees. Now the system, when we go forward, the system will automatically consider the linear growth in the employee staff and accordingly calculate the salaries. So here you can see the system has automatically picked up all the cost. For the fixed amount, generally it considers the growth rate also, considering the inflation in that country. And wherever it's a percentage of revenue, generally a growth percentage is not being considered. Further, if you want to make it as a percentage of total revenue or a specific product stream, the system gives that flexibility. Further, we can see the reason for those costs. So once all this information is being added from a profit and loss statement perspective, now comes the balance sheet drivers. The first one is the working capital drivers. So generally for a SaaS product, the receivable days is next to 0. So it considered it 1, the payable days as a general 30 days. Now here you can see the system is automatically flagging that the inventories may not be applicable to this SaaS product. So you have flexibility to change that. Then the income tax flag is for like after year and how many months is there for you for payment of the taxes. So you can add that here so that the cash flow accordingly considers that corporation tax or income tax impact. The next one is the CAPEX. So the CAPEX is also suggested by AI. So you can see the system has automatically considered a linear growth in the employee cost and accordingly considered the laptops purchase and all, and further the server and IT infrastructure, workstation equipments and all. So it's completely driven by system. Wherever you want to change, you are flexible to change. You can put the useful life here so that useful life will be helpful for the system to calculate the depreciation. Further, we have LLM module built in mostly all the pages to manually do the numbers. The next page is the equity raise and the debt instruments. So in the equity raise, you can forecast like when are you expecting the equity raise or when you are expecting to raise a loan. So you can specify the month to which it relates when you would be raising that amount. Similarly, for the debt, you would be entering the debt amount, the interest rate, the repayment, if there is any moratorium period, and when you would be taking that loan. So the system will automatically calculate the interest expense and the repayment for the purpose of cash flows and balance sheet accordingly. Then, like, what is the opening cash balance as on date? If there is any existing loan, you can add those details here. Yep. So the next page is adding the opening balance sheet because we are looking for a scratch company. So generally, I have added very minimal data. So the cash is 20 lakhs and the equity is 20 lakhs. But if there is any kind of difference, the system will automatically flag that your balance sheet is not matching. So once all this information is added, you can just run a quick stress test in the system to see when your company is falling short of cash. So here the system mentions you what is your cash runway. So you have cash runway for 18 months. You would be turning negative in July and you would be needing a fund of 16 lakh approximately. So you can directly jump to the funding page and maybe I will show an infusion of 20 lakh rupees here so that we don't have a negative cash. So if I just rerun the stress test.
Ritesh ji, a minute left. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So yeah, once all the inputs have been added, the system will automatically generate your complete profit and loss statement, cash flow statement, and balance sheet statement. You can see the detailed version of your P&L. So you can see the system has automatically calculated the depreciation and interest expense based on all the inputs you have given for the loan and capex. Further, you can see the quarterly results and monthly results also if you want to. Then we have a cash flow, which is automatically prepared by the system, and the balance sheet. So since the inventory was made at 0, it considered it at 0 for receivables. Since we just kept it 1 day, so it's quite low. And you can see the debt is based on the repayment, it's already reducing. The next module is the valuation module. So based on this financial reports, what we have generated, we can directly generate a valuation of the company based on two methods, DCF and NAV method. What you have to do is you have to just update the number of shares outstanding as on date. Then you can add the WACC details for cost of equity. You can also use AI to prefill this data, but you can manually change this and just click on recompute. The system will calculate the valuation of your company. So if you want to see the detailed calculation, you can just click here and see the detailed calculation, how this free cash flows have been derived. And accordingly, also, if you want to see sensitivity of, like if I change the WACC or maybe a terminal growth, what would be the impact in my valuation, enterprise value? Further, it also shows you how much of the value is being determined through the terminal value. So 92% of the value is determined from the terminal value, which is not a very good sign for an investor perspective. Generally, 60% is considered as a optimal. Then we have what if an lab where you can just see if your revenue grows by 115, like maybe by 15%, how would your P&L look like? So this one are the base figures what we have added, and the blue ones are the revised figures based on the figures what you're changing here. So it gives you the real-time information about if I increase my revenue, how would the P&L look like and how my cash would look like. Then the key feature is the
Ritesh ji,
AI
time is
CA.
up. Thank you.
Just 2 minutes if possible, please.
You're away over the limit, sir.
Okay. Sure. So, any questions, please?
Ritesh, it was a very nice presentation.
Thank you.
Few queries I have. The link that you have, financial dash engine dash, is an
Yeah.
open link. Anyone can access and anyone can build. So how you will
So
safeguard
I
the
can put
privacy
an
of your client?
I can put an authentication for this because I just deployed it today. So like I was just building it. So
How
I
much is
can
the
put
backend database of this emergent AI?
pardon?
You are saving something in on the cloud of this emergent AI. So
Yeah,
what is the,
currently.
sorry?
Yeah, currently it's saved in emergent. Yeah.
So how much is the database amount quantum till it is free or it is paid?
Generally, they use this. They have this token concept. So based on how much usage you are making, they would be charging those tokens, and we have to just recharge those tokens.
So if you make 3 or 4 in a day or a month, it is going to charge something?
Like
Never
I've
tried.
already spent it around 50 to 60K on this. So I would say like the tokens is not very heavy as such, but yeah, it's
So you have
costing
spent so
something.
much, why you have not built something offline? This is an online software that you have built.
I'm not like a very tech savvy person, so I had to rely on this vibe coding.
Okay. Everything is emergent. Everything emergent is you have given prompts and it has created this software for
Yes,
you.
yes. So it required a lot of iterations and corrections. So yeah, after this was the final product.
You have already spent 60,000 on this.
Yeah.
60K.
Because I'm like I was a person who don't even know what is API and all. Like I was a completely non-tech savvy person. So this is from where my journey started.
Thank you. Thank you. That's from my side. Shaileji, if you have any questions.
Yes, sir. Great. Great presentation, sir. So I can see that it's emergent only. So, and you also have it confirmed, and you have spent so much money also for this application. Understood. So, do you know what kind of a tech they have used in emergent? And sir is also asked about database, and you are also using AI inside this application. So,
Yeah.
how do you manage? The first question is how do you manage the privacy? And what second question is what is a future plan to manage these kinds of privacy issues?
Okay. So answering the first one, so currently, since there is no authentication in the system, so we would be bringing an authentication where you would be required to sign up to see the data, and you would be only seeing the data which you have created, except if you are an admin. Further, going forward, we have thought like my target, like the target market. Okay, like I'm not allowed to say that, but yeah, I would be looking for a GDPR compliance for it, and further, all the database would be going forward. I would be thinking of integrating it to AWS so that it's not very publicly available information of any client because that's a security concern. So we would be looking to integrate with AI for the database storage, and yeah, authentication would be the second step. And if everything goes well, we would also be looking for a GDPR compliance license so that it can be it can become a more trusted application.
Okay, understood. So you are telling that you will host your application to AWS.
To be honest, if you ask me,
Oh,
this technical
understood.
question is slightly outside
Understood.
of my
Yeah,
scope.
just I wanted to just ask you, tell you that whenever you are hosting anything in your AWS, it will be a good, but still you need to take care of the privacy issues because you will implement AI also inside the application and you will host it at AWS. So you just need to take care of those things.
Okay, perfect. Thanks
Great,
for
sir.
your suggestion. That
Great,
would
sir.
be helpful.
Okay, great, sir.
Okay,
We can go ahead.
thank you.
Thank you, Ritesh ji. Now moving
Thank
on,
you.
the third contestant for today, CA Sumit Gupta ji. Sumit ji, over to you, and your time starts now.
Good afternoon, jury. Good afternoon, my co-participants and the audience. Is my screen visible?
Kamalji, I think, yeah,
Now
now
it's
we can see it. Now we
yes,
can see it.
right. So I'll just start with a background story where during the lockdown time, I read a news where there was a haircut which costed 29,500. And I was very curious to read that article. And when I went inside that article, I could find that this was a haircut of Alok Industries, which was not 29,500, it was 29,500 crores. So I was very astonished to understand that insolvency law is in place, and this is the type of like haircuts which we are seeing in the industry. So I took up the insolvency part, and then I started going about it. In 2024, I cleared insolvency, and now I am an insolvency professional also. So eventually this happened. My first assignment came off for liquidation, and my first tech that I have built up is also liquidation process management system. So I'm presenting you all my tech liquidation process management system, where the problem that is addressed is over 3,000 odd registered INSEE professionals and liquidators are filing their liquidation process forms using basically manual forms, and using the Excel sheets. They are maintaining all their records for the asset, basically asset management or the claims management. Here I have brought in a tech which basically gives one platform for all the solutions relating to the liquidation practice. So all the forms required to be these are all the compliance forms required to be filed with IBBI, the management of the records of creditors, management of the records of even the PUFE transaction is a specific thing in the insolvent in the the transactions and the records to be maintained are also taken care of in this platform. So this is my landing page for the platform. I have named it as a liquidation process management system. I would also like to tell the jury that on 4th of this month, I have tried out of my curiosity and give it a basically a URL. I tried to link it to this URL, and eventually I was successful, and now it is a live platform where even the members of the audience or jury can try out to log in. I am logging into my system now. So this is the landing page for the liquidator, where he will be listed with his cases as well as the upcoming deadlines for his cases. So basically, the tech take cares of the compliance part, tech take cares of the deadlines to be monitored, take cares of the forms and other documentation to be filled. I'll take up a sample data and I'll take you through the process. So this is a sample company I have created just to as a demo of this tech. So anybody who logs in will also be able to see these sample companies, the data in these sample companies, and how the whole tech is working all around. So this is a landing page for when the company is selected and the process starts. This has a tracker which basically takes care of which tells you about all the steps that are being covered. So for this sample company, I have taken up the steps that are basically almost complete. One more company is there where my tracker is showing it is midway. So this is how the tracker will basically keep on prompting what is the stage of the liquidation case. So here with this company, I have also given the due dates for the statutory deadlines, like what would be the next date, what is the statutory deadline, what is to happen on that deadline, right? And this is also analytics of the specific case, where it shows how many claims have been what amount of claims have been received, what is the amount of asset value, what is the expected recovery, right? So now I'll take you through the one by one through the features, the form filling basically. So here the forms are live forms. You can see the preview live while filling the forms. Get the master data from the master record, and only the details required for this specific form is to be filled in on this left hand side as a fill in the blanks. You get a download of in PDF and Excel for this form. I would also like to show say, so for creditors, we basically need to review the claims of the creditors. So these are basically the claims that have been filed and the claims that have been audited and admitted by the liquidator. Here we have also given a bulk upload facility for the upload of the like claims and the data. I will also show you the bulk templates. The templates is given by the tech itself. So here are the templates. I'll take you to the creditors template. So this creditors template basically allows to fill in the all the details of the creditors in bulk, and then this can be uploaded here. On all the information will be available. Similarly, for the assets, we have the valuation reports of the we can add the valuation reports of the values. We can then the valuation dashboard also shows you the details about the assets. Here is the asset realization module also, which gives you the details of the assets that are realized. So the assets that are realized are basically marked as sold in the previous asset list. Also, it takes care of the record or details of the buyers of the assets. So all in all, the liquidation related information, the information related, the asset realization, asset monitoring is also taken care of. One more feature I would like to display is for the workmen claims. So we can have many workmen in an organization who would be claiming their dues. So for the workmen claims, also we have given a facility of bulk upload. So here in the templates, we have a bulk upload for the workers template. Once we upload the details of the workers, the form will be reflected and we can generate all the forms one by one for all the workers, and the process can be taken care of. So based on this, now these are the forms that are to be filed, and these are the liquidation records that are to be maintained by a liquidator. Say a liquidation cost statement, how much is the cost? This is to be submitted to the IBBI and to the COC for approvals. So these records can also be maintained in this tech. So the idea is basically taking care of everything which
Sumit
is
ji, last 2 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah, idea is taking care of all the requirements which are to be taken in a liquidation process. Now I'll take you to the steps that I have undergone for the for making this tech. I first conceptualized this, and I had put my idea to Perplexity, this Comet browser, and I have asked Comet browser to give me all the information, all the forms that are required for developing this app. Then, based on that information, the forms that listed in and the formats that were listed in Comet browser, I took it to Claude and asked it to give me a HTML kind of platform where I can just see what is the look and feel of the whole thing. Then this screen shows the HTML tech, which was first built in as a prototype. I saw and basically corrected all the requirements here. This was coming out very beautifully. Then I took a task to now built it up as a full-fledged web-based app using Lovable. So for Lovable also, I have basically did my preparation, and I made a document which could guide me the steps for for developing this whole tech and making it live. So the Lovable has developed this is developed by Claude. This Claude has developed a very beautiful document for me where I could time and again check in the steps what is to be done. Then with the chain of thought process of developing the app, I started getting prompts, and I'll show you. I started getting prompts and I started copying the prompts in my document, as well as I started putting the prompts to Lovable and getting it developed. So I was guided to take it in the plan mode first, see the outcome, let the Lovable ask you the questions for the development. We made the rectifications again. The system guided me, basically cloud guided me for the rectifications, and I have slowly built in this, the whole tech. Eventually on 4th of this month, out of my
Sumit, time is up. Thank you.
Yeah. So on 4th of this month, I have made it live, and presently it is a live app in the name of installleak.com. So anybody who goes to this platform installleak.com can directly log in and see the features of the tech. Thank you very much for hearing. So I invite the questions from jury.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Sir, you have made this application and iterated through a Claude. First,
Yeah.
you gone through the Perplexity, then first a Comet browser, then Claude, and then gone to a Lovable. Am I right?
Lovable. Yes, 3
Okay,
steps.
understood. And you are hosting this application inside Lovable.
I am hosting this inside Lovable. Yes.
Okay,
So my
understood.
database is Supabase, and
Okay.
Lovable is the front end.
Okay, understood. Sir, we got your idea. I myself got your idea, but people, as our audience who has not got an idea, I want that you summarize within a 10 to 15 seconds what exactly this application is doing.
So this is an ERP for the liquidators who want to, who are basically handling the liquidation cases. All documents, all processes, all timelines, everything at one place. Even the analytics is also given in this app. So
Great.
the people who are in the liquidation processes are benefited by this app.
Great, sir.
Presently, I am also a liquidator. I am handling cases. So presently, I started with having the Word files and the Excel files for this. Now I have a full-fledged solution and a system in place.
Great, sir. And you have got a Insolic, your host name, domain name.
InsolidQ as my, so insolvency and liquidation. So
Yeah, okay.
InsolidQ. So is
Okay.
the name, domain name. Yeah.
We can go on that insolic.com or something, I think .com, and anyone can go there. But tell me, sir, do you have a future plan of a pricing or everything? Because we can get today here, but what is the future plan, sir?
Yeah, so even the InstaLeak helps you to get inside the app, and for creating of here there are sample cases which shows all the features which I have also displayed. For once you go inside it and try to create a new company, it asks for a license.
Okay.
Right. So the licensing facility while developing is been taken care of, and we have kept the licensing facility. Once I don't know the pricing, I developed it to facilitate the liquidators of my fraternity because it is difficult to maintain everything on this thing. So eventually so it's like I can, where I use the taxation kind of softwares, I can have an annual subscription kind of thing where liquidators can start using it. It maybe it would require more of the customizations or more certain development specific to the cases of the liquidators. So that I'll see in future. I've not frankly thought of putting it on a commercial system as of now, but this is kept live and I want the liquidators to use it.
Great, sir. And I'll hand it over to Rahul, sir.
A small query, Sumiji. In the document that you showed, you were saying that you are hosted on Netlify, but right now you're saying it has been hosted on Lovable. The document that you showed, the Word document.
One second, I'll bring it back, sir. Document. This one.
Yes, sir. In the top, you were saying that it has been hosted on Netlify.
So
the database on Supabase. The database you are
database on
maintaining.
Supabase. Yeah, this is the details, sir. So,
but Lovable hosted just above, top, on top. Please come on top.
Yeah.
Please,
this one.
So it is said, first it is Lovable hosted, GitHub, Netlify with custom domain. So you have hosted on Netlify or Lovable?
It is hosted on Lovable only, sir. I think this when it was prepared by Claude, this document,
Claude.
it would have taken this
Okay.
Netlify here.
Okay. Got it. No other question from my side.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, jury. Hope the questions are over for Sumit ji.
Yes, yes.
Sumit ji, can you please stop sharing?
Yes, I'll do that. Sir,
I
can
call
you
upon the next contestant, the fourth contestant, CA Prabhava Hegde ji. Sumit ji, please stop sharing.
sir, can you stop from your side? I am bit trying.
Audible, sir?
Yeah. Prabhav ji, over to you.
See,
And your time starts now.
thank you, sir. Thank you for having me here. This is CA Prabhava Hegde from Bangalore. So, in paucity of time, I have showed the technology stack at the beginning. So I will keep on the detailing about the app, and then you guys can see what is the technology. So I have built a, IFC auto test application. What we see is there are, if not lakhs, there are thousands and tens of thousands of companies to whom IFC is applicable. And most of the times, what we do is while doing the audit, we just either blindly go ahead and tell that all the IFC controls are taken care, or we just do one or two tests and get over with it. So to curb all these things, so we have built a particular IFC auto test application where it will help the CAs to execute the entire IFC internal financial control audit from beginning to the end. So I am going to the dashboard over here. So this is my dashboard. I think my screen is visible. Yes. So this is my dashboard. So I have started and done some executions in this IFC dashboard. But anyway, when there is a new application, this is how it looks like, where nothing will be there. This is a very new company. Okay. Now, in this entire dashboard, right? So in this entire application, so we have a lot of modules, and the modules is synchronized in a way of how we do the audit. So first will be the dashboard. It's just a visual page, and then there will be the IFC programs where we can generate it. If an RCM is not ready from the company side, we can generate it using AI. Or if the RCM is ready, we can just import the RCM. So in this particular thing, I have imported two of the RCMs, and one is auto-generated using the artificial intelligence. So this is an AI generated. If you can see over here. So yes. So this is the process narrative which I have given, and based on this, automatically there are four processes, controls, and the risk, the process owners, everything automatically filled up by the AI. So, and then out of that, even the process flowchart will be automatically done. This is built using Mermaid JS. And then there is a document checklist also, which can be generated within minutes, where I'll show the document generation in the payroll. Yes. This is how the document generation can be done. And then we can send the document request to the process owners as well. So if I just send it, it will automatically go and it will sit in the particular management email. Okay. And then once the RCM is done, RCM is built, so we will go ahead to the gap analysis. So out of the RCM, whatever we have imported there, say for example, acquired to retire. So we may have few of the gaps which may be there. So this is very difficult for us as humans to understand, because first of all, we have to understand the RCM. We have to build a process flow out of it and then create a gap analysis where we see some of the risks and the controls are not there. So we will have to do that. So for that, this is an AI generated gap analysis where you can see all these gaps are automatically gap number 1, 2, 3, 4, and with the severity, high or low or medium. All the gaps will be done. And then we will go ahead to the sampling page where tally can be automatically synced. If not, we can add a manual population, or we can even go to the register. So we go to purchase register and go to procure to pay, and this particular file is already uploaded. So this is how it is. The population is 500. I have given a manual sampling of only 5, only for the demo purpose. And then 5 random samples are picked up from the population. I can even replace, and once I replace, I can even see the version history. I will just replace a particular thing. So it is swap, and then a swap performed, version history is there. If I don't want to, if I want to say go back to the same population, I can restore. And then I can again download the checklist, send the checklist through an email and start an execution. The email which we sent at that point of time, you can see these are the document requests for the payroll process, which is already there. Okay. Now, the next thing after the sampling is starting the execution. So I have already started the execution for procure to pay. I have of the 5 samples, I have 3 controls which are basically mapped to those samples. And then I have performed few of the executions over here. And then once there are exceptions, this is how it will look, where the exceptions comes in, and then the observations can be created. So, for example, I can just create one more exception. So this is how it will come. I'll have to click on generate observation, and based on whatever I have given over there, the observation will get generated. Then I have test of design for all the IFT programs, in the sense the RPM. We have 2 things. One is test of design and one is the test of execution. Right now, what I showed you is the test of execution, where we pick up samples and we walk through the entire process, and we ensure that the controls are effectively functioning or not. In the test of design, we will test the design of the RPM. And then here I have already performed the test of design for acquired to retire. Basically the FAR, fixed asset register. So I have 2 failures, and already the fail controls are over here. I can just create an observation over here, and the observation gets created in the observation tab. Then next, let us go to the audit observation. And here you can see one observation which was over there in the TOE, that is already here. And then all the gap observations which we have done will already be here. And again, the TOD observation, test of design observation also will come here. So here, what is the functionality is, once we have the observations, we can directly send it to the management. And once the management responds on the email, there will be a particular form which will be generated and sent in on the email. So once they respond on the email, automatically it comes and sits here as the management. So let us see that. So I have the TOD observations here. I will go to submit management response. Since I don't have the management response for the first thing, okay. I will just give agreed. And then I'll submit agreed.
Last 2 minutes, Prabhavji.
Yes, sir. So once I refresh the page, agreed management comment has already come in. And if I don't want to include in the final report, I can just ignore that and save changes. Now, even in the communications tab, I can keep a track of whatever observations or the gap analysis or the document request which has been gone, and if they have responded or not. All these things can be tracked. And then I can create actions. If at all they have agreed for something, I can just create an action here. I can track that. Then when I go to the report, this is a summary of the entire IFC audit. So I can either send an engagement report, or I can share a link with the client. Let me just send an engagement report. And so this is the engagement summary. where the management can go through what are all the observations in that, what are all the material weaknesses, and they can be well aware of what and all is happening in the IFC audit. Then we also have a final report which can be automatically generated based on whatever we give over there. All the observations will be auto-populated here, and then I can just go and generate the word. My word will get generated. So this is how my entire IFC audit report looks like, with all the observations and the management. Okay. And one more feature in this particular app is, if at all the user who is using the app has some queries to ask, so I have built a RAG agent based on the ICAI guidance notification and the Companies Act and the COSO framework. And based on that, if, for example, if I just ask this particular question, it will give a 5-pager detailed answer, and along with the relevant, relevant references from where it is picking those answers. So it can also include the current engagement context. So you can just mention PPO1, PPO2, like how I have mentioned over here. Okay, thank you, sir. I'll just take 1 second. We found one exception for 5 samples. So this is the vendor payment process in this particular engagement. So I can ask this also, and I will get an answer from the agent. So this is all from my side. Thank you very much. Open to questions.
Hello, Prabhav. Nice presentation. Few queries I have. Which platform you have used to build this?
I have used Cloud Code, and the public link where the management response is the ngrok. Basically, it is in my local system itself, but it creates a gateway for my local system to give the management response.
So if your local system is off, it won't open.
Yes, local system is off, it won't open.
You have said that the linkage is with Tally as well. So what are you using for Tally?
For Tally, I am using XML HTTP sync. So where it syncs the entire daybook and the trial balance.
To download the entire daybook.
Yeah,
using
it will download
ODBC.
the entire daybook.
What if the Tally is on cloud?
Not ODBC, it's the XML HTTP, localhost 9000.
What if it is in cloud?
If it is in cloud also, we'll have to make some configuration change. Right now, it is made for local Tally, but on cloud, we'll have to make some changes. That has to be seen.
Okay, got it. When you were saying that you have uploaded an Excel and it is saying whether CFO has approved or not, how you are maintaining that Excel?
Sorry. Can you
when you have uploaded, there was something called gap analysis. In the gap analysis, you were saying, just come down. There was something that the CFO has to approve 50,000 of expenditure, something. So how it is picking up that amount from an Excel file? Whether this has been approved by CFO or whether this has been done or
this
not.
is basically the gap analysis on the process. So if I give a process flow saying, okay, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen.
So how it will check that from Tally? How it is going to check that from Tally whether that process has already been followed or not?
No. This is not on the Tally. See, the execution is completely on the user. This will do only on the process side. So when I have already uploaded a process of, say, P2P payroll acquired to retire, and there in that process itself, if there is some gap. So that is what it is giving here, not on the execution.
It is not on the live data, just on the process that it is being following.
It is just on the process. On the live data, the user himself has to take the decision, because that cannot be entirely given to AI or system to do. Then we don't have any work to do, right?
Okay. Can you show me the Excel file that you have uploaded? In the Tally, instead of Tally, they were saying that you can upload an Excel file also. What is the file? How it is comprised of?
1 minute. So this is the A2R, acquired to retire RPM. So there is a template which is already available. So the template has to be filled in and then uploaded. I can just upload this within seconds to the test and so to you. So this is how it will get. So again, the tally data what you are speaking is used only in the sampling, not in the process. So here the register can be manual register like fixed asset
Okay,
register
got
or
it.
purchase register also
Just a
exist.
small thing. If you're using AI, if you're using a software, why are you using sampling of such a small level? So why not do the entire audit, everything together with the help of the software? Why are you using sampling?
So the thing is, the IFC, what happens is for every one transaction, we have to go through a lot of documents, right from the starting, from the PRPO point of view to up to the payment processing level. So what will happen? It takes much more time than the statutory audit. Right now, the execution in itself is not inside this. The execution is done by the user. Like he uploads the data. Like if you can see the test of effectiveness over here. Sorry. Yeah, if you see the test of effectiveness over here. So for each sample, give me a minute. This one and 32. Okay, I'll explain. For each sample, so if we have say 10 sub-processes, so we can link the sampling to those sub-processes. For example, the vendor reconciliation will not happen on the transaction level data. So vendor reconciliation happens on some other sample, which is basically the vendor additions or the vendor master data. Right now, what I have is the purchase register, and the purchase register is linked to 3 of the controls. Like this, there will be some 10 controls. For every invoice that we are using, we'll have to go through 10 controls. For example, the account executive performs a 3-way match in SAP for every vendor invoice received. So for every sample that I pick, this has to be done. So right now, this particular thing, the execution part is not inside the app. This is what the user himself will do. And he will say if it is pass or fail for each of the sample. I have just made it very easy to generate the working paper as well. So after this, I have the feature to generate the working paper where every sample will be how the sampling is done and what are all the tests done on each of the samples, but also will come in the Excel working paper.
Okay.
That is also ready basically.
That's from my side. Shailesh, if you have any queries.
Great, great. So I have a query. It's a great app, by the way, and you have made it in a cloud code. Am I right? A normal cloud code.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Normal
understood.
cloud code.
So you have shown something is really needful to us also, and you have shown that you can send email from here only, and they can reply. So what
Yes.
kind of integration that you have done? What text that you have used? And also, the second question is about the RAG. That what you prompted or what kind of a tech stack you using to make a RAG to?
Yeah, I will show you. First one is on the email. So I have SMTP in the email. So I can set up Gmail, Outlook, or Office. This is for the sending the email from our this thing. I have the port and host and all those things, username, email ID, and some name and base URL. So this base URL is a ngrok ngrok free domain. Ngrok is basically a tunnel which creates a access to your local server. Like I don't need to host the entire app on a web server for me to give access to outsiders to reply on a particular thing. I can just use a ngrok account and then I can create a tunnel for my local system. So that's why I have used ngrok. So if I want to change this, I will have to come here and change, and then all that responses and all those things work. Okay, this is on the email. And then coming to the RAG. So what I have used is all these reference documents are already indexed. They are already chunked. You can actually see here the 7 documents are indexed and 632 chunks are there. And if I want to upload a new document as well, I can just upload here. I can re-index all, and then automatically it pulls in that particular thing. The prompt that I use for this is I just gave to Plot first that I want to create a something like a Google Notebook LM where it can reference only those documents. It will not do web search. It will not do hallucination. The temperature will be 0. And then it gives me the answer with the references from page numbers and chunks and all those things. So based on that, it asked me a few questions. And based on that, it created a very long prompt. And then the drag agent was done. I can show you that as well. So this is the entire prompt. It was created using plot first, and then it came here. Very less reiterations needed, and then it worked.
Understood.
First, I used Haiku, and then Haiku was not that good, and then I changed it to Sonnet.
Okay, so you are using an API from Cloud.
Yeah, all the AI, whatever is there, the RTM generation, gap analysis, and the observation as well, I can draft in the 5C format, whatever is there as per the guidance note and the RAG agent. All these uses Cloud API.
Great, great. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhav ji. Now we call upon CS Sunayana Jawar ji, who is the 5th contestant for today. Sunayana ji, over to you.
Hope I am audible and visible.
Yes, your
Yes,
time
ma'am.
starts now.
Yes. So before I start with my solution, I would like to explain briefly my problem. So if you have worked on the GST refunds, you know that retrieving the EBRC is not just downloading. It is the monthly compliance workflow that is executed every month manually. Every month, the same process repeats, logging in, downloading, saving the EBRC. So no, this is not just because it requires some professional judgment, but because the DGFT with all its improvements still does not have the option to bulk retrieve the EBRCs, which are required for our refund documents. Hi, I'm Sunayana, a chartered accountant handling tax compliances. While I was doing my regular GST refund submissions, I got tired of watching this manual retrieval of EBRCs. So for the benefit of context, EBRC is an electronic bank realization certificate that acts as a proof to the government that exporter has received its foreign remittances against the exports. So it acts as a very crucial document during our GST refund claims, and absence of such a crucial record can hold up our refunds or it can be delayed. DGFT in its 2020-24 improvements has released a very good update. It allows the user to generate the EBRCs, but unfortunately, it does not allow the user to bulk retrieve the already uploaded and generated EBRCs. So every month, the process is same. We have to manually download the EBRC one by one, each certificate at a time. So this improvement does not handle that. So I thought this gap is real and this should be addressed. So DGFT Auto Comply is a Python-based desktop app which exactly addresses this issue. You load the Excel with the BRC numbers and date range, you click start, and then you give the captcha, and then just it automatically runs without being us there. It is completely running fully unattended. Let me show you. So this is my Python-based desktop application, which allows you to download the EBRCs directly from the DGFT portal. I will quickly load the Excel file. So for the benefit of the time, I had just kept only 2 EBRCs in this to be downloaded. So file is uploaded. So you can change the folder here. By default, the folder is downloads, but you can change the folder here. So if I press this start, it will automatically launch the Chrome. So while the app is running, the application navigates to the DGFT portal. Yeah. It searches for the EBRC. It retrieves the EBRC. It saves the EBRC. And it also renames the EBRC with a particular number, which usually it is done manually as of now. So there is also a live log available on the app application, which shows the user where they are presently. So if you can see, it has launched the Chrome, it has opened the DGFT portal, and now in few seconds, it will also upload our credentials from a secure file, and it will wait for me to solve the CAPTCHA. So if you can see, it is loading username and password. So it says credentials failed, solve the CAPTCHA and confirm here. So I'll go back to the portal. I'll solve the CAPTCHA. I'll say login. I'll come back to my application and I will say I have solved it. So it will now read the Excel with the EBRC number, navigate to the path where the view or download EBRC option is available. Yeah, I'll just wait while it loads to proceed. Yeah, so we can see that it has navigated to the cancel or view EBRC path where our EBRCs are available. You can see the Google moving here, portal is moving here. It has selected the EBRC option from the drop down. It is filling up the date of the EBRC. It has clicked search. And I'm doing nothing in this. This is completely automated. I have just solved the CAPTCHA. Has finished downloading of one EBRC. Yes, it says it has finished downloading one EBRC. While the other EBRC is downloaded, I'll continue my presentation. So that's what the tool solves. You can continue your regular work while it is being done on the backside. So I'll briefly describe on the build. So because engineering does really matter. So this is a Python-based application driven by Selenium, which drives the Chrome programmatically. The desktop interface is a Python web view, and it is completely not dependent on any server. This is running locally on my screen. The Excel read and write is handled by Python library. The PDF is directly retrieved from browser memory and without triggering the print option. And the whole application is can be packageable in the portable.exe file, which is very easily deployable in any system with the Chrome installed. So let's see if it has done. Saving. So yeah, it is saving. So after it has saved all our EBRCs, it will give you a session complete summary where it will give you the total processed, failed documents and time taken to generate this. I would like to be very transparent about something here. Because we know how our government portal works and how our internet sometimes works, a deliberate delays has been added between each portal click and each portal trigger. So for example, for each input, a 0.6 second of wait time has been added. And for each element, a maximum of 30 seconds is added so that it can bridge the gap between browser response and a click response. So this effectively gives a 2 minutes of overhead per run, which means that this automation is helpful for the EBRCs where there are more than 10. Below that, definitely manual is more beneficial, but above 10 EBRCs, the advantage quickly compounds. Yeah. So if I speak about its impact, see, in India, we have lakhs of IEC holder, and I suppose that there are significant export holders who are depending upon EBRCs for their GST refunds. So this become very crucial. Now imagine at least 10% of them are using this. And so still there are tens of thousands of professionals like us who are doing it manually. So this cost of time, so the gap is not just the cost of time. It is something else beyond that because GST refunds are tied up to our working capital and cash flow. So this TGFT auto comply addresses this gap it solves this issue because, and also it shifts the compliance team from execution to review, where our professional judgment really matters. So currently, this tool handles only one option of the downloading EBRCs, and the other three modules of downloading IRM reports and downloading IRM sheets, which are also a manual process. We can do it only for 15 days, is also planned in my next release. Yeah. So I think so. Before I just conclude, I would like to just add that the compliance ecosystem in India is changing largely than our workflows. So, but our system, our workflow pattern remains really largely unchanged. We use the same workflow today also. We add more hours, we add more consultants, and cost of doing this business has been taken as granted. So the question is not whether compliance automation is the future. I think it already is. But actually, the question is whether we, as finance professionals, are willing to be part of this race. Thank you. I'm open for questions.
Great, ma'am. It was really great. Rauju, do you want to go? Yes, yes. Okay, great.
Just
So,
a second. Yeah.
Can I go ahead?
Just a second. I can't see anyone. Yes, I can see you guys now. Yes, please. Yes, sir.
Okay, great. It's a great automation tools and it's a need of our requirement. But the problem is that tell us that what are the legal implication of this app?
So, sir, this app is completely running on my system locally. I'm using my user's login ID. It is just that a human is not clicking, an application is clicking. That's it.
Understood. Great. Rahulji?
For the Selenium part, I just want to understand one thing. Why not you're using wait for page to load and other commands till the button is visible? There's a command in Selenium that if the button is visible, only then you can click it. Instead of giving us wait for certain seconds or millisecond, why not you're using that? Because if there might be a situation because the button is not loaded and the time is over, then the entire project of yours will fail. Why not using that?
Yes. That's a very valid question, sir. And before prompting this and before finalizing my multiple iterations, I have think about it. And if I can show, I have two options. So directly answer your question. So I have not used the element of a icon to be visible. I have directly used the inspect element from the portal source code. So that, in future, if portal changes, if layout changes, if something happens, the app is
I
still
completely
workable.
understand, because once you have said you have inspected that element, what you can do is you can ask that to wait till that element is visible. There's an option in Selenium till the element is visible. So if that element is visible in 0.001 second, then only then it will click. If it is visible after 30 seconds, it will click only after 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. Sure, sir. I can definitely try in my next releases the same option because
And
it
one
will
more,
also, yeah.
yes, sir. Please continue.
No, sir, please. Yes.
And one more thing, why you were keeping your screen or the Chrome hidden? Why didn't you allowed us to see what it was doing?
Just to show you the live log, sir. Nothing else. I can just run it again if you want to see.
No issue.
Yeah. Just to show that how app is beautifully designed that a user can, while during his work, come back to his portal. Sorry, I think I'm not sharing my screen. Come back to the app and see where they are actually. So for that only reason to show you the log, I have just thought I'll just show on the taskbar how Chrome is also moving. Yeah.
So if the Chrome gets updated, this will also have to be, also have to update Chrome driver then also.
Yes.
That Chrome driver function will be there. Okay. Thank you. That's from my side.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice project.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Screen.
Thank you, Sunayana ji.
Thank
we move
you.
on to the sixth contestant for today. She is Shivam Kumar ji. Shivam ji, over to you. You have 10 minutes and the time starts now.
Shivamji, we could not hear you. Please unmute yourself.
I'm audible now?
Now, yeah.
I'm audible now?
Yes, you are audible.
I'm out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, thank you, everybody. Good afternoon to all the panelists available here, all the juries member available here, and I would also like to thank you, ICAI, for giving us this opportunity where we can represent ourselves and our use case and can showcase our technical capability. So yeah, let me introduce myself. My name is Shivam Kumar. I am a chartered accountant, and I work with GST compliance on a daily basis. And like most CA professionals, I have spent a significant amount of time every month doing something that I felt should not require human attention. That is GST 2B reconciliation, and that frustration is what led me to build this tool. So without wasting your time, let me give you a quick intro about this tool. So like every CA firm, everyone receives or, let's say export a purchase register for their clients and downloads GST 2B from GST portal. And now the job is to reconcile, these two. Like we need to find matches, we need to find what's missing and, where it shows the tax amount difference. Now for a client with which is having like, let's say more than 200 or 300 invoices, this takes 2 to 3 hours of manual work. And if you multiply this, with your, let's say you are having 20 clients, then the reconciliation itself consumes a lot of your productive time in a week, and let's say every month. So and in case of in case you miss any mismatch, that means a wrong ITC, which means which lead to notices and interest as well. So I've built an Excel based reconciliation tool using VBA automation. The reason I choose Excel is deliberately I choose this Excel because every CA firm already works in Excel. There is no new software to learn, like there is no internet dependency, no subscription required. So and for to preparation of this tool, I use Cloud AI extensively during this development of this tool, like to debugging the VBA logic, structuring the matching algorithm and all. So this all I can say is this is the tool built by a CA for CAs. So without wasting a time, I'll love to showcase my uh, technical capability here. So as you can see here, you can see there are two tabs, activation key and the run reconciliation. Now you can see there are two tabs. One is this purchase and one is this GSTR 2B. So all what we need to do is I can, what I will do is I will just copy all the data of my purchase register from here. So this is how I will copy. So one thing we need to keep remember that we have to copy paste all the fields according to this template. So I have already set the fields according to this template and I just copy paste the data for purchase. And same goes with this GCR 2B, which I have downloaded from, one of my client from the portal. So I'll just copy paste the data. Like I have this data. So I just copy pasted this data here, copy this data here and paste it over it here. Now the only job we are left with is we need to click this run reconciliation. So before that there is a activation key. You need to activate this key because I have kept over these two buttons because of to avoid the misuse of this tool. So when you click this activation key, it will ask your register name, then you have to enter this register name. This is the bogus name. So now you have to enter your license key. For example, we have keep it here, this. Now it's ready. So now activation is successful for the Shivam and Co. Now, if we click the run reconciliation, you will get within a 10-second, you will get you will get your reconciliation done of, like whatever the number of invoices you are having. So within 10 seconds, you will get your reconciliation. Now I will show the reconciliation logic here. Just give me a moment. So it's like you can see here. Yeah. So it will automatically update a status. So there are these kind of a status you can see here. So this I will show. So one is your match. So match is all clear. You don't need to do anything in the matches. It will automatically color coded this as green because this is you don't need to do anything here. And for example, like in books, not in 2B, which means you have recorded, like your client has recorded this transaction, this invoice in your system, in the tele system or whatever accounting system your client is using, but that same bill has not been uploaded by the vendor in their while filing their GST return. So that is not shown in your 2B. So that means you cannot claim their the ITC of this invoices. So it is shown here. Now the other one, now other status is in 2B, not in books, which means your client has not recorded this ITC in your in their books, but the seller has already uploaded in their return. So this is the basic thing. Now one more thing which we have included in this is, for example, there are many cases like, while uploading this purchase register, while, booking any invoice in the tele or whatever ERP system is there. So sometimes happen like article or accountant miss this, the formatting, like they have not put this slash, or let's say in next invoice, I'll remove this hash. So what happens is when you what I see, like what I was also doing, most of the CA firm do this task by using VLOOKUP and pivot table. So VLOOKUP, what VLOOKUP do is VLOOKUP just matches the same data. Like if he can't find the same exact value in the other GST 2B, it will show as mismatch. So for one or two invoices, this will you can do it manually. But for example, you have 100 of this invoices. Your accountant or your article did this mistake, like they haven't put any slash or hyphen. So because of that, your work will get increased, because this obviously this invoice is already showing in 2B. Just because of this slash or hyphen, your work get increased, and you have stated to do the reconciliation, but now your job has become to do correct to correct this all the formatting. So to avoid this situation, so what the logic I have implemented in this, it will negate all the all this special character and matches the value, matches the invoice value with the GSTR 2B. I will show you. So here I have made correction in these first two invoices, but I have not made any correction in the GSTR 2B, because GSTR 2B is the auto populated. You cannot make any correction, or you cannot make any data changes in that GSTR 2B. The only problem we face in purchase register. So I will click again run reconciliation. It will update the reconciliation output. So now you can see these two invoices. I will highlight these two invoices. So these are the correction which I have made. I've removed the slash in this, I've removed the hyphen in this, but not in 2B there's a different format. So ideally, if we would have used the VLOOKUP, so it will show it would have shown us in the this mismatch situation. But
Shivam, last 2 minutes left. Thank you.
yeah, so but here it is showing as matched. So same thing I have, same logic I have put in the GST number also. So for example, I have seen in my firm also, like in most of the CA practice also. So most of the accountants, what they do when they book the invoice, from the PDF, so they just copy paste the invoice GST number, and just copy the invoice number and paste it into the tally. So most of the time, what happens is they pick, most of the time, like let's say here they picked up like extra space or something. So whenever you do, VLOOKUP matching, so it will show the parties not existed, if you are matching GST wise. So, but here we also negate all these special character and space as well, to obviously to reduce your burden. Because of that space, you don't need to, re-verify your data, or just going back to the tally and correct the GST number and again export those things. So to remove all those possibilities, we have negate we have put the same logic in GST number also and invoice number also. Yeah. So that's my case. I'm open to all the questions from Julie.
Hello, nice presentation, but just a small thing. Is GSTR 2B record not done already in many? It has been done many times. It is
So
nothing new.
yeah, so but they are SaaS based products, like cloud dependent, and sometimes it's subscription based and built by software companies. So this is built by built by CA for CAs who uses it in practice. Those reflect how reconciliation actually works on the ground, not how developer assumes it works, and obviously it runs
This
offline
could have
inside
been
Excel.
done. This could have been done by writing just VBA codes of 50, 20, 60 lines. Just matching. Another thing, we were saying that suppose the dates are not matching. In 2B, there's something different in the data, there's something different. I don't think it is. Will that match?
So currently the logic is on invoice number only. Like obviously, if the invoice number is of, you know, let's say it's in May, and you're matching in May only, and it will match the invoice number, and it will
Date is
negate
not
the
taken.
date is
Date
not
is not
taken.
taken.
Date is not taken.
Suppose for invoice number /2526, the accountant forgets to write 2526. Instead of along with slash, it forgets to write 2526. Will now this be able to reconcile?
Sorry, can you repeat again?
Suppose it is invoice number S dash something 4736 /25, yeah, 26 dash 27. The
Yeah.
accountant forgets to write 2627.
Okay, yeah, no, that will not take that will not that it will not pick up because the invoice number goes different because it will belong to the next year.
There are certain issues that there's a difference in value. The invoice is 100 rupees, the accountant has picked up 102 or 98. Will that be able to match? It matches the amount or it doesn't match the amount? It
No,
just matches the invoice
so
number.
it matches the amount, but you know, there's a round off here, so it's like 5 rupees round off we have you know, taken in the consideration.
-1. So when you're rounding off in, it is round
Line of
-1.
-1, yeah.
-1. Okay. Just show me your sheet again. You have said that it is the data is not matched, no? Date is not matching. It is not matching the dates.
Date is not matching. Yeah.
Okay. These questions are from my side. All the best. Sally ji, your turn.
Yes, great, great. So can you go to that sheet, please?
Just give me a moment. Yeah.
I just want that you show to our audience that where you are putting this VBA code. Nothing else.
You want to see the VBA coding?
Yes, yes. Show our audience that where you are and how you are putting this VBA code inside this Excel.
Okay. Okay. So that is the password driven. Just give me a moment then. Okay.
It's okay if it's a password driven, then you can just yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a password driven. I mean, I need to put
Understood,
the password.
understood. Okay, no issue. Great. We can go ahead, sir. Next participant, please.
Thank you, Shivam ji. Now we move to the seventh
Thank you.
contestant
Thank you,
for
everybody.
today.
Thank you.
CA Karan Panjwani ji. Karan ji, over to you, and your time
Thank you,
starts now.
Hope I'm audible. Good evening, all. Good evening to the panelists. Good evening to the judges. Good evening to the committee. I'm CA Karan Panjwani. The problem that I'm encountering during bank audits was mostly because of the bulk amount of the statements and the immense amount of line items running in tens of thousands. I was not able to allocate this work to an account or to a qualified assistant of mine where I could help them analyze the NPA. So I tried to build the NPA logics, the evergreen logics, and all the contra entry negation logics into this tool, which I built on Python. So this thing could be allocated to an accountant of mine or a qualified assistant of mine who can run this logic, which is in the backend, and run this into the tool. So I have currently built the tool with 5 bulk files. I'm planning to do this for a multiple number of files. Just for the sake of keeping this a little lighter tool, I have kept the bulk number of files at 5. So I'm going to share my screen. Allow me just a few minutes. So here is the tool that I have built. I've used Python and used Claude Code to assist me in this. I have created 4 LEDs while I put the sample to the test in the school. I'll also tell you about how I went about this. I have a bulk setup. I have a single tool setup also. So in the bulk setup, I can feed up to 5 files. Okay, and they are run. And what I did was I have done 4 level of parsing in this. I have done the parsing based on first digital OCR. Then there are certain other tools which are cloud assisted, which is called Sovol, Otsu, Rapid OCR. There are other backend tools also which assist in this OCR conversion, which are Tesseract. So I designed the tool as such that if one of the 2 or 4 layers fail, the other layer is able to check and analyze the OCR if one of the few layers fail. So currently I'm into the processing we are going. What the tool also does is it gives a single line narration, which is generated from Claude AI API. It gives a small line narration of where the account went into the NPA or which account activity is to be monitored if it also has to be monitored further. So the tool will be analyzing it currently. It will analyze it on basis of path 1, which is a simple OCR reader. Then it will go to path 2, which is a more advanced OCR reader, which is assisted by AI. And then path C and path D will be the Tesseract. Path C is altogether AI, and path D is Tesseract. Mostly the tools are able to analyze the path A and path B, but I picked path C and path C just in case the path A and path B are not able to analyze the statement. Mostly, I have been very successful with a little grainy statements, but not much grainy statements. So I'm currently analyzing how I can go about doing the analysis for much more grainy statements. As you can see, the tool is a little heavy and running takes a little bit of time. We are at the 4th file. In the 5th file, it is running a path B. Path A analysis were easily done for A to 1, 2, 3, 4 files, which are A, B, C, D. And for the difficult file, it is running a path B analysis, which is zonal OCR and assisted with a AI backup, which is Claude AI. Let me lead you to my output. I think it's done processing. It's still on the 5th file. So it's going to try each and every way to analyze these segments, and now it has given me the result. So this is I'll show you the result how it works around with the statement. It sees the interest charge, how much interest is being serviced. So it shortlisted the account which was NPA. It also gives the result for non-NPA accounts, but it just shortlists the NPA accounts and gives me the report of the account and how it went about analyzing. So interest remained overdue for more than 90 days. It was able to find out the NPA, and it is also highlighting the entries which were the reason for this. There is an audit note which is being generated by AI and which will be able to help the learners, in this case, my articles, to get the gist of how this NPA went about. So for the final part of it, there is a report that can be generated from this, which gives you an Excel report. I think there is a report generated there. So this is the final that NPA report that we get. Is the report visible? Hello?
Not
Is the
yet.
report visible?
It's still
I'll share the
loading.
report. No, the report, I think the report I'll have to share again. Yes,
Right
I'm
now,
just
the
going to-
download history is on screen.
Okay, I'll have to share the report again, I think. And this is the report that's being needed. So I'm sharing the report. And the concern with regards to DPDP, I thought about doing that away as well, because when the tool is parsing all these statements, I have built a layer in the initial part where it masks the account statement. So see, the classification would be we'll be getting. I think this is not the file that I was looking for, and I'll find just a second. No, that was so it does the classification. It gives me the report as well. Is the report visible?
Your screen has stopped.
Okay, now is it visible?
Share your screen.
Yeah. Is it visible now?
Yes.
Now we
So
can
the
see.
report gives me a master view of all these accounts, the kind of and then remains unserviced, reason for NPA classification. It's going to give me a reason for NPA classification so that I can filter this report out and maybe get a gist of all the NPAs classified. And I tried this while doing my work, so it was very helpful. I think it was able to help in classification of. See, it saved a lot of time for me. I think half a day was saved by working of about an hour or so. In multiple iterations, I was able to run and filter out NP accounts, and it was also able to discount the evergreening part where two entries are of a matching or a contra nature. It was also able to filter those things out as well. So I think that is what the presentation is. Also, if I may add, just a second.
Karanji, last 1.5 minutes left.
Sure, sir. Is the screen displaying the tool? Yes. So the tool also has further classification criteria when I go to agricultural accounts. So I can do agricultural further sorting out for agricultural when there are short durations, long duration accounts. Accordingly, there are multiple cropping where the NPA period reduces to about 6 months. So it has that advanced logic as well. So if I may able to build all the mechanical logics, all the thoughtful logics into this tool, I think it is easier to be further delegated or maybe not necessarily automated, but further delegated to a qualified assistant or even a little less qualified or an unqualified assistant. So I think this is how I planned about, and I think it gave me a lot of say about workload elevation from my audit part during the bank. That's my case.
Great, sir. Great presentations. I just want to know what kind of a tech stack that you have used, including all the dependencies and everything, sir. I think you are using a
The
Streamlit app, but what kind of a
Yes,
tech stack you use into Python?
the dependencies that I built. I'll just show
And
you the
how did you
example.
made it?
First I started with Google AI Studios, but AI Studios was not as error-free, bug-free. Then I went into Claude, and for Claude, I started to understand what kind of code I should use. I used Python. Then from Python, I built all the dependencies. Like I decided to use VS Code, then Streamlit, then all the other data apps like Panda, Numpy. There is Anthropic API, as I told you earlier. There is PDF Plumber in this. There is PDF image, PDF to image tool also. There are multiple tools, and there is easy OCR. There is Rapid OCR. There is PY SRX. There is Open PY. So what I was able to achieve was I was able to analyze a little less visible statements, but the statements where there is a line misalignment, I was not able to get to that point. So my objective is to eventually get to the statements where you do not get very great quality statements from the auditee. I want to be able to analyze those also in automation mode. Sometimes that happens because we are auditors. We do understand that auditors are not necessarily always tech savvy or not really helpful that way.
Great, sir.
So those statements also I'm hoping to further incorporate into this tool.
Great, sir. So no more question. Yeah, I can hand it over to Rahul, sir.
Very nice presentation. Just a small query. How you're converting that PDF file into an Excel readable file?
Sir, for PDF to Excel,
Can you show us that PDF first? Will that be okay?
that PDF that I'm using, yes. So these are the
From
test
A, B, C,
sample.
D, and N. Yes.
These are the non-agree. I'll show you one of these. Is it showing up on the screen?
Sorry?
Is it showing up on the screen?
Yes.
So this is the entire bank statement. It's of 11
Okay.
pages. So
So
it is
just try to you are able to select everything, or it is a scanned file?
Sir, this is a system generated file. This is a very well aligned and very well generated file. So the system generated file, it is doing really nicely. What was done with this file? It was saved again. The statement was saved like a PDF. So what happened with this? I think this is not the file. If not this, certain files were not really being able to be caught by the first end processor. So what I did was I started to again and again build a process for a plan B or for a plan C or a plan D. And thereby, eventually, I had to rely on AI also because AI was able to extract this data much more easily. I was starting with a free version of AI, but I ended up using a Claude paid version. I think it was much more helpful. I tried with Gemini API. Gemini API was not giving very standard
So
results. So
right
I went,
now, sorry, I'm cutting you
not at all,
in
not at all.
between. So every time you are trying to convert it, you are sending this data to a Claude using Claude AI and then getting the
No, sir.
answers back.
The first layer, I'm hoping the first layer is not a cloud-based layer. Most of the statements are getting converted in the first layer itself. I'll show you the plan in this. There is this side chart I have. It's mostly for referencing. So that there is a digital PDF text. I if I'm thinking it correctly, I have kept all the tool, all the working solely offline. When I use the tool, I remove that AI audit note as well because that was taking a lot of time and that was sending the data to AI. I didn't want that to happen. So most of the generation, when I was using the preliminary version of the tool, it was happening offline with the help of Tesseract, offline with the help of other OCR tools. It was happening clearly, but a little complicated statement, I would say, or little small texted statement or little grainy statement were not really. It was beyond the comprehension of offline tools.
Okay, but when you are transferring that data to a Claude AI, you are not redacting anything if you're using
I'm
Plan
sir,
C.
if the process backend process, I'm not really able to perfectly tell you this, but I have designed Claude AI and told that Claude AI tool to mask the statements. If you can see the Excel file, is my Excel file also visible? When I'm
It's not
switching the
visible.
screen, I'll show you the Excel file also. Sir, if I show you the Excel file, is the Excel file visible, sir? Sir, is the Excel file visible?
Yes, now it is visible.
So, sir, the Excel file also has these account statement redacted only because see, these account statement have been redacted.
The data that are downloading is redacted, but the data that is being getting uploaded is not redacted. Using
I think I gave it this particular command that at least the account statement should get redacted. But I believe because it is picking up the PDF, the account statement while parsing the data, it is not being redacted because PDF either way becomes a very complicated reading task. I think that was a little buggy. So while reading the statement, I don't think it is redacted, but afterwards it is redacted. So I'm trying to get to that point also where it can redact the data initially. I had that in mind. I think I executed it at the result level, but at the initial parsing level, I think it is not really getting uh, that mask in the initial process.
oh, good. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are we done, jury, or still more questions? Okay, great. Moving on. Now we have the 8th contestant for today. That is CA Priya Seth ji. Priya ji, over to you. You have 10 minutes and your time starts now.
I will begin with the story quickly. So it was a Good Friday. I walked into my office in the early morning hours with a big, very, very big smile on my face, thinking that I have about 4 to 5 stock audit reports to review, and I would be done by the first half. And I, in fact, made plans for the evening as well. By the time I started working on file number 1, slowly and steadily, the smile started turning into a frown. And what was supposed to take few hours took me the entire day. The reason was that the particular stock report needed that I stated the sales of the entire financial year in a month-wise chronological manner in lakhs. And the source of that file was GSTR 3B, which is the outward supply. So what my staff and I as a reviewer was also doing was that I used to open the folder of GSTR 3B, click each and every file, read through it, add it up either mentally or on the calculator or the Excel, and there used to be errors. While doing so, I used to further convert it into lakhs and then copy paste it in the Word file. Now comes the time when my smile started coming back, which is where I created the EXE based tool, which is a Python based tool, which I would share right away. So it's called GSTR3B extractor. You can see it on my screen. It's called GSTR3B extractor EXE. It's a completely offline tool. Therefore, your data privacy is also maintained. So when I click on it, waiting for it to execute, you see on the screen, it asks you to select the particular folder which contains the GSTR3B. So I click on this folder, select folder. I choose the folder which contains my GSTR3B, which is on my desktop over here, and I simply click on select folder. Having done that, let's chit chat for a few seconds and see what it does. For the time being, I would simply show you what the 3B folder has. It has the 12 months 3B on your screen. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up till 12. And while we were talking, the backend process was happening. And I could see a sound in my system which says extraction complete, and it is saved to the same folder. And while I was talking to you, the folder already had this Excel file created at 5:12 p.m. Let me double click and show what magic it did and what really brought back the smile on my face. So the entire sheet is chronologically arranged from April to March. On the extreme left-hand side, everything is properly formatted and auto width is done. Value A, B, C, and E, which is actually the outward taxable supply as reported in GSTR 3B, is clearly mentioned here. Their total is mentioned and the value is already converted into lakhs. Now what my team needs to do is simply copy paste it in the report. Let's cross-check it from one of the GSTRs, which is already saved in the folder for July month. For the month of July, you can see the taxable figure is 51,444,509, taking just the A column. Cross-checking it for July and highlighting it on your screen, July month is 51,444,509. And in fact, the column number C is 1724, which has been actually added. And mathematically, if I select both of them, the total matches with the total which is mentioned on the screen. And further, it is rightfully converted into lakhs as well. This is how AI helped me and gained back my smile as well as the confidence. And having done this, my smile came back, and that brings me to the end of my presentation, which is really short but very useful as well. Open to the questions, Yuri.
Great, great, ma'am. Nice presentation, first of all. First, that I would like to know that what kind of a stock report that we are talking here, and can you just explain me a little bit, because I didn't get your idea properly that what we are automating here, and what are the tech stack that you have used, and you have made a exe file, but in which tech stack?
Okay, this is a stock audit report that I have. Let me just check if I have a sample of the screen. Yeah, here is the sample report. This particular segment of the stock audit report needs that the sales be reported in a chronological fashion. On your screen, you can see April till March. This is the format of the report. The sales have to be mandatorily reported in the report, and the source of the sales is the GSTR 3B of the SSC over here. So what was initially being done was that all 12 months GSTR 3B was being manually opened. Like I opened January, February, March, and so on. all the figures of the taxable column used to be copied or written by hand or copied in Excel or calculator and then added up because it has multiple columns of taxable figure and then copied back in this Word file, this sample report like this. All of this was leading to a lot of errors and wastage of time. Because of which I created this Python-based tool, which is called the GSTR3B extractor. So it allows the user to select the particular folder which contains the GSTR3B, and it does the process all automatically. The output so received is what you have to simply copy paste, the last column. I hope I'm able to answer that, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. Now the tech stack, please.
Come again?
What are the technology that you use to make this app?
Okay, the tech stack. Okay. So Python has been used to deploy it along with the libraries, the Tesseract, OpenPy, XL, Pandas. And I, in fact, made the exe file all by myself. And I would like to also show the actual folder which contains all the tech files. So I had a chit chat with ChatGPT and it gave me the entire code for Excel, for Python. So I opened this py file with the notepad and I ran a few commands. This is the entire script. And the exe file was created in distribution folder here. So entire software runs completely offline and there are certain other libraries like Poplar, etc., which are also installed.
Understood. Great.
Thank you, sir. Yes,
On a
Professor.
technical side, why are you using Tesseract when you're already using PDF Plumber?
You are right.
Because
That is because...
everything... Yes, please.
Please
Sorry.
complete.
Yeah, because both does the same thing. Tesseract also extracts images from text from the PDF. PDF Plumber also does the same.
So basically, this is what ChatGPT automatically installed all by itself, all the tech stack. It was not manually added that you specifically use Tesseract or PDF Plumber. Besides, this also has the ability to scan the scanned documents, which I have not used till now, but it has the
For
capability
that,
of
Tesseract
using.
is good. For that,
So that
Tesseract
is
is
why,
good.
yeah. So that
But
is
if you're
why
using PDF
ChatGPT.
Plumber, sorry, I'm breaking. The PDF Plumber is best when already the text is in the table format. So because GSTR3B is already in the table format, the best way of extracting the data would be Tabula or PDF Plumber. So you're using PDF Plumber. I'm not getting the point why you're using Tesseract.
As I said, it has already been pre-installed by ChatGPT because of the instruction.
Okay.
So I did not specifically mention that I will be giving you a PDF only. I simply said you have to extract from GSTR3B. So it used its own intelligence that it could be scanned as well as PDF. So probably that is why it pre-installed both of them.
Got it. That's from my
Thank you
side.
so much for the input.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jury. Thank you, Priya ji, for a wonderful presentation. Now we move on to the second last contestant for today, the 9th contestant, CA Jai Prakash Tiwari ji. Jai Prakash ji, your time starts now. Over to you.
Yeah. Good afternoon or good evening. So almost be tired. I'm CA Jai Prakash Tiwari. I appreciate visionaries and entire support team at ICAI behind this AI movement, and I am proud to be associated with this movement. So, use title case is purchase bill entry automation. We get purchase bills in PDF by mail. Then we need to make entries in accounting software. This process takes time and effort, and there is scope for errors. So for this, I have designed a tool. This is the tool. This is the dummy name. There are 4 parts. Download from Gmail, generate Excel, import in Tally, and import in Zoho. First option is first we need to download from Gmail. Here we need to enter sender's mail ID. And before we start, I'll just show you that I have received two mails from same ID, and I will be using that sender's ID. For this, I have created a folder that is Hackathon on desktop. It can be any folder. So this folder has only one database of Tally. Now I will enter the sender's email ID. And path we need to mention. Path can be any path. It is downloaded. So you will see that a new folder is created of today's date, and there are two mails, one containing 4, other containing 4. So all 8 are downloaded simultaneously. Now we'll keep this open. We'll generate Excel register. The tool has picked up the new new folder which tool has created, and we just need to click. The Excel is generated, and these are the vendor's name, and these are expense ledger. All these should match with Tally or Zoho master data. Now we'll go to import all these in Tally. So this invoice is generated and the invoice is saved in this folder, newly created folder. Now we'll import in Tally. Tally has picked up, this tool has picked up the data, the path, and we need to enter the path of Tally data. It will start Tally automatically, and it will pick up the path. And it will show all the database available, and we need to select where we want to import the transactions. And we need to convey this. Now it will start importing transactions. So transaction XML file is generated. We just need to paste it because copy is already done by the tool, and this is done. So now we can go to the daybook and see that all 8 entries are, all these entries are made. We'll exit from Tally. Now we'll go to import in Zoho. The tool has picked up the same path where the purchase register is lying. I'll show you. This is the XML generated. Invoice is lying. Invoice register is lying here. And now Zoho ID we need to mention. The tool do not save Zoho ID and password. Password we need to enter manually here. After this, we need to convey that I am logged in. The organization we need to select where we want to import the transactions. Then we need to convey to the tool that organization is selected. Now CSV file will be generated, which is ready for import. So now it is created and a message will appear. The message is appear. Import CSV file manually, purchase, go to purchase, bill, and then import. So we'll go to purchase, then go to bill and import, where we choose so this is the CSV file it has created. Next, all the mapping is done by the tool. Here you can see bills that are ready to be imported 8, number of records skipped 0. That means all mapping is done perfectly. Done. So it is done. So now we have imported in Tally also, we have imported in Zoho. So that is from my side, very simple problem, simple solution. I am ready for the queries.
Great tool, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And it is automating so many things and relevant to our use, relevant to our profession also. But the point is here is that you need to show the tech stacks and how did you build this tool?
Yeah. So there were prompt in Zoho. There were several prompts. It took me around 20-25 days. So this was the initial prompt, and then there were a series of corrections and all that. So this is made from Claude, using Claude. Up to Tally automation, Claude helped me. But then for Zoho automation, I have to use Codex. The technologies that I used are mainly Python and Python libraries like PDF Plumber and all. And I'm not very conversant with all the libraries, but Claude helped me upgrade, and it is done. So technologies I have used these, and then before starting, we need to install Python here, and we need for communication between Gmail and my tool, we need to download this credentials.json from Google Cloud Console, so that tool is communicating with the Gmail directly, and it is downloading all the PDFs.
Great, sir. So we have already done all kind of all integrated. You have integrated with Google Gemini API from Google Cloud Console.
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. Great. Rahulji?
Can you show us the invoice files?
Yeah.
So while you are converting that invoice files, so what tools are you using for conversion? Are they scanned documents or?
No, these are not scanned. The image file is not getting, because I have not used OCR technology. So these are some password, some tool generated PDFs, and tool is picking up these these fields separately, and then invoice register, it is pushing all here in the invoice register. There are several invoices which contain 2 or 3 multiple lines, so that also are picked up here, and then summary is being prepared. So one invoice, one line is done in summary. This ledger we should have. This here we can make any changes also. If we change, then also it will work. But the master, these master will have to be created first, because this tool at present do not create master. So we need to have master first in accounting software.
So, and another query. So what if there's a duplicate entry? This has already been imported. If you import the same entry in Tally again by way of XML, it will create a duplicate entry. So how are you going to resolve that?
So it is not picking up that. It
So it
will
will create duplicate.
it will push. Yeah, it will push.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. That's from my side. Thank you. Nice presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jayaprakash ji. Wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
Nice thoughts. Now we move on to the last contestant for today, the 10th contestant. Last but not the least, CA Bal Ram Kumar VG. Bal Ram ji, your time starts now and over to you. Bal Ram ji, you're on mute. Balram ji, can we start?
Am I audible, sir? And my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, please
for
start.
that. Yeah. Sir, this is my tool is like old wine in the new bottle, and this is my reconciliation and vouching and auditing and finding the reconciliation between 2A and the purchases what we usually make in the Tally. Fine, sir. And I have used Python to build my tool, and with the help of Streamlight as the front-end GUI and SQLite 3 for a database engine to store the data. And here is my tool. It's called the GST IBC Insight Pro. This tool comprises 5 stages, and it starts with standardization, where we are comparing data with book 2A and 2B. So in the standardization part, we have 3 standardization function. One is for Tally, one is for 2A, and another is for 2B. Then we have the 2A versus 2B summary, and book versus 2A summary, and 2A versus book versus 2B summary, and finally the reconciliation. So the standardization work with inputting the Tally purchase register, which we generated from Tally. So we can upload the file from any of the path we have. And I have the demo raw file where it can be converted into a standardized file. So this is my Tally raw file. And we also have created a template so that when it is shared to all my staff members, the data is stored in such a way that it matches the template. So it is nothing but the actual Tally purchase register, what we actually exported from the Tally in the columnar format. And this is the Tally raw file, whereas it contains all the names, GST number, voucher, invoice number, and the voucher number, the GST, CGST taxable value, and everything. So now I open the raw file and I run the Tally standardization. And the tally standardization, it has standardized 884 rows, standardized TIN number, legal name, and I have created a name key where the spaces are shrinked so that the comparison is made easy. With the help of the Python code, we have the invoice number key, invoice date, taxable value, and everything. Similarly, we have this 2-year standardization. 2-year standardization is nothing but the same format, whatever we have it in the GST. We are not going to change any of the headers or anything. Just we are importing the rows from the GST 2A return. But the standardization will do one thing extra. In monthly GST or 2-year return download, there will be 2 rows for the same invoice. One is the single row where it carries the transaction, and the second one is the total. So there will be 2 rows in the monthly GST 2-year return. This standardization will not merge, it will remove the total rows for comparison, and it will only give the single row for the invoices. So I have the 2-year up. I open it. I run the standardization. And similarly, it carries all the details just like for easy comparison. Similarly, we have it for 2B also. For timing reasons, I am skipping the 2B standardization part. Now we go for 2A and 2B summary. We go upload the 2A standardized format. We'll download the 2B standardized, which I have already created. And we have the 2 columns. Here we have the option to here it comes a summary with how many invoices we have and the total value. Here both the 2A and 2B summary matches. Sometimes there may be a difference in 2A and 2B because of timing reasons. Some of the invoices may appear in 2A and some may not be appearing in 2B for timing reasons where the dealer has not filed the returns. So we can find out easily from this, and here we can search the party wise where the GST, it is loaded with GST number. So wherever there is a difference, we can select party wise and check what is the difference. Here we have given a tolerance of amount where we can increase or decrease depending upon our requirement. And also we can have the date wise verification where we are loading it for a longer period. So from this, we can find what is the difference between the 2A and 2B. Next comes book versus 2A summary, which is very vital part. Why it is very vital? As far as our practice is concerned, we come across very instances where many of the invoices are there in 2A, but it is not properly accounted in the books or not accounted in books. Though there are many SAP or ERP oriented data entry system in many of the organizations, still the issues crops up each and every time. Why it crops up is that in case of any proprietary concern, when they do any transaction with their personal name or for personal nature, they give the GST number just to claim the input with curiosity, which is not allowed. But the dealer files it in their monthly returns and it is get reflected in their 2B, and it also getting claimed as ITC, which we have to get it reversed at the time of annual return filing. So this 2A book versus 2A summary will help us to identify those transactions and make it a perfect ITC claim and also file the annual return very correctly and precisely. So now I am loading the tally file, which is the standardized file. Then I am loading the 2A standardized file. And I'm running the book versus 2A summary. And here it comes, here we have 2A, there are 1,207 invoices, but in books we have only 884 invoices. We have the taxable value, and all the summary is there. Again, we have given one more review where it is in case of GST, in case of proprietary concern, the 2A carries the name of a proprietor, whereas in the books, we normally account with the organization name. So we can review those cases where the GST number is PIN is matched, and we can confirm whether it is posted in the same ledger and where we have given the name fuzzy function, and where the match is more than 60%, it automatically matches. And if the match is less than 60%, it comes with the match percentage and an option to select whether they are belonging to the same dealer. So assuming that the Subramaniam Sadish Kumar and Sadish Sanko are the same person, we approve it, then it comes under matches. And where we see approved matches, which we have now approved, we can show here, we can see here. And 2A not in books, there are 451 invoices where we have it in 2A, but we don't have it in the books. And in books, we have 128 invoices and we don't have it in the 2A. So this reconciliation, we can export this and we can find the differences. Here also, we have the option to select GST TIN number wise. And finally, we come for the reconciliation. Since we are using the SQL Lite 3, this database is functioning for a very long time. There is an opportunity that the database may be working on the background. So we refresh the browser and again we go for the reconciliation. Again load the tally standardized file.
Sir, a minute left. Bal Ram ji.
Yes, this is the final step, sir. I'll complete it. So we have the date tolerance. Why the date tolerance given? There is a practice that the invoices are accounted late in the books of account, but the invoice as per the GSTR 2A carries the invoice date, which is originally created. So we have given a date tolerance which can be increased up to 365 days, and also the options GSTR rise. So this reconciliation runs. Again, we have once again we have the review reconciliation based on review. And since the reconciliation is a very lengthy process, it takes time to load the result. Yes, it's now loaded. Now, what we get in the result is very useful. We get a GST summary, TIN wise, book invoice total, taxable value, and everything in a single line, GST TIN wise. And at the last, we have the differences. So we can concentrate only on the dealer where we get the difference. Whenever there is no difference, see here, there are no differences, which is the difference in GST, CGST, difference in invoice value.
Thank you.
Sir. Yes, sir. We can export all the reports to Excel. Thank you, sir.
Great, sir. Great presentation and relevant use cases, but this time you have made it in a Python. Great, sir. Just I wanted to know that if any mismatches happen, the sir have already asked the same question. Maybe a invoice number mismatching, not a number, but invoice format, maybe a mismatching. That how you are dealing it?
No, sir. Sir, for 2A versus 2B, we are strictly matching the invoice number.
Invoice
for
number.
book versus 2A, we are not matching the invoice number. Because in 2A, invoice number is mandatory. In many of the cases, the invoice number is accounted or entered on the narration side, or it is not at all entered where we get the books. So in that case, we go by this GST summary, TIN number wise summary where the total matches, and we concentrate only on the cases where there is a mismatch in the value, and we can go to a particular party here and find out which are the invoices are not reflected in the books. And we have a summary report where it is matched and where there is mismatch, and with mismatch sheet carries what is the possibility, and it comes out with the mismatch reason as well. Where is the mismatch actually happened? So we can go and find out, because if we match the invoice numbers, actually most of the cases, since we have tried this tool over the period of time, and matching the invoice number is practically not possible for 2A and book match, because as you said, in some cases the year they are not entering in the books. Sometimes they are just only entering the number, where we cannot take out any point to match the invoice. So for book versus 2A, to have the accuracy as well as to find out where is the difference, we have made it in such a way that we are able to find the mistake. At the same time, we are not matching the invoice also.
Okay, great, sir. Rahul, sir?
Bal Ram, nice presentation. Few small queries. What if in books the GST is in journal entries? There's just one option to upload, that is a purchase file. What
Yes,
if
sir.
it is in journal?
Sir, actually, what as far as in our case is concerned, we have made a tool asking the tally vendor to customize the upload for this particular tool for our office, sir. So the journal and purchases both together get uploaded in this format in our office. In the other cases, the journal we have tried using the journal to convert into the purchase register format using a Python, and we have a separate code for that. In
But
cases
then
where
why you are trying to use Excel files? Why not XML files? Because if you are using XML files, everything is properly there. It's done
yes, sir.
properly. You can call it every time whenever you wanted to.
Yes, sir. I am trying on that, sir. XML files. Since I am not more into the technical aspect, just I am from Excel, I have moved on to Python. From Python, I think I'll move to the other tools also.
And the next step can be you can do it directly using Tally ODBC.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can
Yeah,
click
I
it there and
started it.
everything
Yeah.
will be downloaded.
Yeah, I have started it, sir. Just I want to link the Tally ODBC to the system. That's all.
That's from my side. Nice presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, everyone. All the 10 panelists. Let me remind all our viewers now, since the last speaker, CA Bal Ram Kumar VG, has finished his presentation. Now we'll keep the webcast open for the last 5 minutes so that those who have not voted may please vote. The voting lines are open for now, the last 5 minutes for all the audiences here. So those who have not voted may please vote in the last 5 minutes. We'll keep the webcast open. And just a moment. We have some queries in the Q&A box. If the panelist or they want to answer, they may answer. Query for Priya ji. How did you download the GSTR 3B from portal through any software or manually? Priya ji, are you there? Query for Kamal ji. Kamal ji, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Yeah. What are the tools for GST input-output reconciliation?
Sir, my use case is not on GST.
I guess that was for the second use case, right?
Yes, sir. My use case is not for GST, so not relevant for me, this question.
Okay. No more questions, I guess. Okay. No issue. As we come to the close of the ICAI AI Hackathon Season 5, this episode 4, would like to congratulate all the participants, all the 10 participants, for the remarkable efforts, creativity, and innovative thinking showcased today. Thank you to our leadership, CA Prasanna Kumar D, President Sir, CA Mangesh Kinre, Vice President Sir, CA Charanjot Singh Nanda, Chairman AI Committee and immediate past President ICAI, and CA Umesh Sharma, Vice Chairman AI Committee. Every idea presented today reflects an important reality. The profession is evolving and CAs are ready to lead the transformation through tech and AI. What we witnessed today was not merely a competition, but a glimpse into the future of the profession. The ability to identify practical challenges, think innovatively, and build AI-driven solutions will define the next generation of professional leadership. Friends, innovation does not begin with perfection. It begins with courage, the courage to experiment, learn, fail, improve, start up, and build again. And today, every participant demonstrated that courage. We are committed from the AI committee under ICAI to continue creating platforms that encourage innovation, collaboration, and future-ready learning for the profession. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our respected jury members, CA Shailesh Vadavania ji and CA Rahul Gabawala ji, all our 10 panelists, all the audience, technical team, for making today's episode successful. It was a marathon, close to 3-hour session. And now we are just 3 minutes away from closing it. The voting lines are still open for the last 3 minutes. We'll close at 5:55. I once again encourage all participants and viewers to join the ICAI AI Innovation Summit on 26-27 June 2026 at Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi, where we have 3,500 delegates, exhibition showcase from various big players of the industry, global and national renowned speakers from various big organizations. The grand finale of this hackathon season 5 will also be held there on 26th. We'll have an AI innovation challenge and whatnot. Friends, tomorrow we have the AICA Level 1 refresher. So please join us at 11 a.m. for the AICA Level 1 refresher. Also, next week we'll come back with this episode 5 of this hackathon, season 5, where we'll again have a set of panelists who will be judged by a jury and audience. The participants who will get selected from today, the 3 panelists, will complete the lineup for the semi-final 1 on 12th of June 2026. We already have selected 9 semi-finalists from the first 3 episodes, and today's 3 semi-finalists will complete the lineup for the semi-final 1 on 12th June 2026. And from next week, for the last 4 preliminary episodes, we'll try to select the 12 panelists for the semi-final 2, 19 June 2026. With these words, I once again thank all participants and wish all of you a continued success in your AI and professional journey. All of you are winners. All the panelists are winners in their own right. And the best person will move to the next round. So we are in the last 1 minute before closing the session, before the voting lines close.
I think, Rishi sir, I had some internet issue. If there's any question, if I can answer.
A question was there for you, but
I can see in the Q&A.
You can answer.
Tarun Garg, it was all downloaded manually. It was not through a software.
We had questions, but the questions were not given to whom they were addressed. I could see your name, that's why I asked.
Okay. I'm so sorry I could not join.
No. I had for Kamal ji. Kamal ji, are you there still?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
A person is asking, okay, we can skip this question, don't worry. For the next question, there are no names, so I don't know whom to ask. So I guess we'll end the session for today.
Sir, all of the question which is asked to me, I have already replied by in the answer section.
Yes,
Great,
he
sir.
did.
Great. So thank you so much. The voting lines will now close. And we'll end the session. We'll meet you next week for the next preliminary episode of the season 5. Thank you. Thank you so much. Tech support, can we close?
Thank you, Rishiji.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
jury. Thank you, all
Thank you, sir, for
participants.
the giving us such a great opportunity to present the showcases.
Thank you so much for your good kind
you so
words.
much,
It
sir.
was all your show. It was all your show. Tech support, can we close?
Yes, sir.
So thank you, everyone. Best wishes. May the best person move to the next.